Sounds good. Number one, appreciate you guys waiting for me to get over here. Just, hard to express in words, the magnitude of coming out here down a couple guys due to injury and just playing really gritty, gutsy football, executing at a high level. Tremendous job of preparation and turning that into game reality by our players, by our coaching staff. Hats off to Ohio State, great football team. I mean, very elite talent everywhere. They're very well coached, and that was a tough game. I mean, that game was just kept going back and forth in that second half. So a tremendous amount of credit to the players and the coaches of accomplishing our 1-0 goal for the week.
Ranger James, front right.
Mario, to the extremely big picture. In year 4, the building process of the program, you took over when you had to be like 63, 65 players. Injuries at that time, how would it impact you? You mentioned coming in, injuries that happened throughout the game. You had DJ Johnson playing both ways. True freshman playing on the last play of the ball game for the first time. What does it say about the state of your program to earn a signature win on the road in a place where nobody comes to win since 2017 and do it with those injuries?
Well, more than anything, James, I think it's a testament to process because all we kept talking about and preaching was, the stuff that you guys kill me for because it's boring. But the practice preparation eventually becoming the game reality. Kayvon Thibodeau's a great player for us, and he was not going to be present. And Justin Flo's injury was a surprise to all of us. No one knew until Tuesday. Something that had surfaced, something that had happened in the course of the game. And we had lost Drew as well, Mathis. And then Mace, he got hobbled today, and then Trevin. So I think when that happens, you really just got to turn all the attention and focus. The play calling was great. It was excellent, but you've got to give an unbelievable amount of credit to the players just coming out with heart, with toughness, with the discipline that execute at a high level against a great football team. And that's what it came down to. And we just found a way to be 1-0, and proud of those guys.
Second row on the right. Europe.
I guess those four down stops and then turnovers are
Yeah.
all those guys not available, second, third string players out there. What is this week learn to take away from the opponents defensively?
I think I would say it's a continuation of what they learned last week. Last week for 2 quarters, we didn't play very well. We came out that first quarter just shot out of a cannon, up 14-0, and we got a couple guys hurt, and we looked lost a little bit. We lost our way. We weren't triggering. We weren't just getting downhill, both on offense and on defense, until the fourth quarter when we almost felt like our backs were against the wall, and guys started looking at each other and saying, enough is enough. We play to a certain standard, and we don't let the external factors get in the way of this thing. And I think that's what happened the entire week, and they just carried it over to game time. I think you saw it in pregame. If you saw our pregame, and we do a lot of live stuff in pregame, make sure that the hips are unlocked and the feet are in the ground, hands are inside. I think it just showed up, and it showed up constantly, and it also showed up in higher level execution. Really good play calling, really good play designs. Just all in all, just a tremendous effort by everybody in the program, the athletic training staff, to be able to put together with some of the guys that we had. We didn't have many bodies. You saw that. You saw DJ Johnson play some defensive end, and he's a great one. He really is. Credit to him for being able to do both. So, big game for Oregon, big game for the Pac-12 to come out at a place where I don't think they've lost many games here at home, not in the regular season in a long, long time. And credit to them. That's a great football team. Can't say enough great things about them.
Back left here on the TV thing, Matt.
Mario, man, this play, seems like every time you need a really clutch play, you came through for you this time. And just his impact and his senior leadership that kind of get through this team.
Yeah, he was winning over the team towards the end of last season. I think today everybody saw why. Besides being a playmaker, his demeanor, his poise is special. It's different. I mean, he's a really, really cool, in the right way, cool kind of guy where I guess when you've been through what he's been through, right, injury-wise, and everything he's had to deal with in his career, it hardens you, right? You become callous. So he's unfazed. And you saw he took some shots, but and the offensive line protected him well, 0 sacks, 270 yards rushing, I believe. Just Anthony was outstanding, and I think Anthony and this football team were just scratching the surface.
Little TV, Brandon.
Mario, it seems like an identity was really established down there. How would you describe the identity? Is this what you've been working for?
Sure. Obviously we want to be physical up front. We established the ground game and kept it going throughout the game. Even some of those muddy yards, that are 3 and 4 yard shots. Those are like body blows, and they were getting them too. We were stopping their run really effectively early. We started wearing down, and they started gashing us a little bit, and they started breaking tackles. But when we needed a big play, we found a way to get it done. But I think identity showed up. I think resiliency showed up. I mean, all the things that you hammer home, why we practice like we practice, it's validated when you come out here and you do something like this. So, no, that locker room right now it's spent. They're exhausted, but they're also realizing that we can be a really good football team, and we just got to continue along the lines of that practice preparation, to make it a real thing on game day.
Right here.
Mario, you mentioned it earlier, your win not just for Oregon, but for the Pac-12. You dealt with the criticism of the conference for the last 2 years. How much can a win over a team like Ohio State bring to the tie? What's the difference you think you make for the conference?
Well, I think that stuff is for you guys to decide. I think we've always prepared to be a certain kind of team. In 2018 when we first started up at Oregon, we found ourselves 9 wins and played a very physical Michigan State team in the Red Box Bowl, and we took a lot of pride in winning that game 7-6. And people kind of shrugged at it and laughed it off. And then a year later, we played for the Rose Bowl and win it. We felt that identity was coming strong. And last year, we found a way to win the conference, but we didn't play to our standard, and we want to get right back on track. So we feel that we've been building towards this for a while now, but we're not there yet. I don't want to, in any way, shape, or form give that impression. We're not. And our guys know that too, but we've taken massive steps. And I think even more importantly, we've taken massive psychological steps, understanding that how important that is going to be on Saturdays, and how important that's going to be when maybe the weather's not real good and you can throw the ball a little bit, right, when you got to establish a ground game, and how important it is to hold off a tremendous pass rushing unit like they have over there. So all those things, they just come into play, and they just further strengthen the culture and the direction of the program.
Right here in the middle, Max.
Mario, I saw you had a moment with John Sewell after the game on the field. You guys were
I have a lot of moments with the Sewells over the years,
Sure seems like it, but he was pointing at you saying, we did that.
Yeah.
Kind of walk me through that moment and what the emotion was like for you.
Man, you saw it, you saw it. It's, this is an unbelievable venue, right? Historic place. You even get an opportunity to play at a place like this. You're grateful, you're thankful. And to go out there and play with to play the way that we did, right? To find ways to make plays, to find ways to scrap and get out of tough situations. Your own 1 yard line, go 99 yards against a really good defense. I think all that's, what it rings in their head? They think back to the fourth quarter program when we are all over them about finishing. They think about when we're pushing them, lifting weights, and we're adding an extra period of practice. All those things, they come to light and to surface, and it's almost like, hey, that's why we push each other, because it makes this a reality. It makes this worth it. So it's one of those type things. I'm going to be all over him about his missed tackles on film tomorrow, so he'll be mad at me again. But no, he is I think he's the best in the country. It's a shame that some of these other pieces are a little bit banged up right now. I think you guys are in for a really special, a special unit once these guys get healed up.
We're on the left, coach.
You've done a really successful career as a football player. Are you able to kind of step back and look at where this kind of stands in your career achievements? And today, maybe you think you'll be able to have a moment to yourself, kind of assess what you guys did today?
Oh, wow. February, day after signing day, something like that is when it'll truly happen. It's only right, it's only fair, and it would always keep me truthful to our players. I want them enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I want them to truly enjoy this for 24 hours. We got to heal up. We've got a lot of injuries, so we don't want to lose the momentum of what we just did here. The magnitude of it, I know it's large, but I let that part take care of itself. I really wanted to congratulate all the coaches and shake the hands of everybody in the organization. I'm sure I missed a couple that are here. I'll get with you guys later, but for me, I've worked under some really good people, and I feel like that approach really works going forward, looking ahead, always pushing. So I'll stay along those lines.
Front middle right here, Dennis.
Mario, there's a point you get the job, you're going to say what you want to do. Was there a point before this that you saw them taking it in act before this game and then point to that for you? What was the turning point? Just the play that went the way you wanted it to
You talk about today or
go. No, just in the past.
in general?
They showed
Right.
They're going to play the way you want them to play.
Man, probably in practice, Dennis, to tell you the truth. You know, I just, the neatest thing, when I got to Oregon, I was blown away. I was blown away, and because I came in as assistant coach. I came in as a co-coordinator and the offensive line coach. And all of a sudden, the head coach departed, and I was like, man, why? You know, because I love it. I love being there. My kids love being there. And then, you know, I got blessed with that opportunity to be the coach. So, I mean, from then on, it was, man, couldn't be grateful enough and show enough gratitude. So I owe every ounce of what I have, and it's not about me. It's about all these other people that are investing and pouring themselves in. I get to be in front of the microphone. I get to do all this fun stuff. Those guys in there, the men and women in there, and they are all, everyone's a piece of this, and it's awesome to be a part of.
Mario, you talked twice about the play calling. You guys are very left-handed on your touchdowns, runs, plays. Explain that, what you saw, and why it was so successful.
Oh, you know, the college game is so different than the NFL game. So hashes always play a part into what you do. You know, I wouldn't put it as much as left and right as maybe the boundary on a couple of those plays. We hit some ones to the field as well. We felt like we had an opportunity to go to the field. We checked it and got it to the boundary. We felt we had angles. We felt we had leverage, and we got the ball outside, and we wanted to keep them off balance. We wanted to make sure we could get inside, we could get outside, we go wide zone, stretch and puncture, wide zone man on the backside and RPO it, wide zone, split zone, inside zone. Well, I won't bore you with all that stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. We just had to, they're a great defense. We want to keep them off balance and keep showing them different things.
You said that you're not there yet, you're only scratching the surface, but what you've seen to this point, what's your gut on how much this team can
Well, I mean, something's really stuck out in a positive way. I think the play of our quarterback really elevated, really showed strong. Our offensive line took a significant step up. Receivers made some plays. To drop balls, we will fix. You know, they're good. I thought our tight end, the multiplicity of our tight end use was really well done. I felt like we kept them off balance with our sets, with our unbalanced formations, and the use of those guys in both the run and the pass. I felt like we did a really good job early stopping the run. We lost our consistency there a little bit. Part of it was missed tackles. The other part, we got to keep working on getting in better shape and developing more depth because we've had a couple guys down. And then in the third quarter, you know, we gave up some shots, and guys, they caught us in tempo a couple times where we didn't pick up a signal. We didn't see it. That's on us as coaches. We got to coach it better. They played so hard. I don't in any way, shape, or form want to sound negative about any aspect of the game, but those are things that they must be corrected for us to continue to improve and advance, because we got to get better. You know, this was good. We did some really good things today, but we can be a better football team, and those are some of the things.
So I already had you written down. Is that right?
Mario mentioned foot calling is going to come around. When in your preparation did you realize you guys would have an advantage on the edge and that was something that
I don't know if you have it. Like, you watch Ohio State, Minnesota tried to get on the edge. They just got sucked up. You know, I mean, that speed just took over. Angles took over. They defeated blocks. So it was, every offense, every defense has a way that you want to attack it, but you still have to win your one-on-ones and your two-on-twos. And to make those plays a possibility of having success, you had to win your blocks. They won some, and we won some. So there was some a little bit of eyewash on there too, which is difficult to locate the ball. But all in all, they still require angles and leverage. And then, of course, you know, guys playing really hard and finding a way to hit it. So, but those are the things that, you know, go into making that a reality.
Only two more, Julie.
Last year, a lot of the offensive line guys talked about how the lack of a full off season and hanging out outside kind of put a wrench in the chemistry a little bit. Did you see that kind of what they could be come to fruition today, and then how important was that to open it up this season?
Well, without a doubt, I think Alex Forsythe continues to prove himself as not only a great player but a great leader. Him and Ryan Walk, members of our leadership council, have really just gotten the best out of those guys. But I can't say enough about George Moore, and I can't say enough about Dawson Jaramillo, who played extensively today. I can't say enough about Salah, who's continuing to get better and better, so we're getting guys in there. Him and Stephen Jones playing some excellent football on that side. Jackson Powers Johnson, I don't think he played today, but he's jumped in there before and played for us. Those guys they're developing. They're getting stronger. They're getting better. They knew that that first collision today was going to feel different, right? Because a lot of those guys are first-round, picks and whatnot. Those are 325-pounders that they rip off the ball and they knock you back. And if you don't have your cleats in the ground, you're going out that way. And they quickly adapted and settled and just played with grit and toughness, knowing that this was going to have to be a slugfest, and they found a way to get it done.
Last question, Tyson, back middle.
With how well the defense played those first two series and considering how they did numbers, how important was that 99-yard drop touchdown drive on offense to keep up the clock and going into the quarter and keep your guys great?
Yeah, that's the ultimate, I would say, accomplishment as an offense. And anytime you can go 99-yard, that one stays on your teach tape forever going forward, because you flip the field, you change the momentum. It's difficult too now. It wasn't like there were a bunch of chunk plays, right? But there weren't nickel and dime plays either. There were good runs. There were good guys. I mean, all that stuff was it's a game changer, and it gave the defense time to rest. Not only that, it gives them hope. It gives them energy, it gives them enthusiasm. And those guys, I can't say enough about the defense. You guys, hopefully you saw how many guys were down and the pieces that had to be put in there. That's a tremendous job by those players and by those coaches.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. Go Ducks.
Apologize for all the
These are the kind of days you want to stay up here all day.
players.
It's okay.